do.
Welcome to Two Dudes with You. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I looked very strange. I'm not going to do that again.
Sounds like restart the opening.
Let's do it again from the top. As Robin Williams would say, Madonna. Anyways.
Robin Williams.
Anyways.
You don't bring him up at the start of an episode. Now I'm sad.
Well, you need to be sad anyways because we're talking about the undead vampires of life. But anyways, so vampires.
Bleh.
We've talked about many different ways that vampires kind of
originated.
Yeah. The main idea is pale, fast, strong, mentally stable and strong, can control animals or shapeshift, and they cannot see themselves, so how do they look so good all the time?
You know, they got some nice natural beauty.
They must have, like, some person, like, always like, yeah, you look good today. Thanks.
You gotta have vampire stylists in every castle.
So, I mean, if you don't, and you can't see yourself in a mirror...
Okay, my question is, as a vampire, does your hair still grow?
It's a good question, because you stop growing... Oh, also, that they're all immortal.
Yes.
Supposedly you stop growing, so obviously your hair would stop growing, so you never have to get a haircut.
That is good.
The sad thing would be is, if you had hair like me at the moment, where this is where you got bit. Like, there's nothing I can do with my hair, ever.
I could do stuff.
You could do some stuff with your hair. I mean, also, do you lose weight as a vampire?
I would assume your fat would probably start going off, because most vampires are slim.
Yeah.
Most.
I
can't really think of, besides Twilight, any really big vampires.
I've seen some movies where they have depicted them as overly engorging themselves all the time on blood.
Yeah.
But I guess with it being mostly a blood protein diet, there was not a whole lot of fat there.
I don't think... So generally, I would probably assume they are mostly pale. I mean,
thin.
Yeah, pale.
Yeah, they are pale.
They are pale, but also
most of the time they're pale. Some have depicted otherwise, but...
I mean, can you blame the... the vampires got to go to the Bahamas every once in a while.
I've got sunscreen on, and I got a little bit of a tan.
Instead of light, I'm
semi-light.
Cracker-flavored, cracker tanned.
Man, you went racist.
Nah.
Cracker flavored? What are you talking about? There's different flavors of blood out here?
Well, of course.
That's also another question.
I mean, I would assume, A, B, O, all that stuff.
Yeah, this is an O. Oh, it's so good. You don't see very many of these.
You don't. Imagine like an O negative, like, oh my gosh, that's their Mountain Dew.
AB negative, like, oh, this is rare.
Yeah.
They have a fine wine selection. Like, this is an A positive. It's very, very rare. It's not rare at all. Everyone has A positive. And there's an A negative.
Over here, we have the blood of an Abraham Lincoln, aged fine for the last 200 years. Stay thirsty, my friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My Mountain Dew is red, so stay thirsty, my friends.
That is a very unhealthy blood.
Yeah.
I have to water my blood down. I am slightly blood toast intolerant.
I mean, what can you say?
That would be a bad thing for vampires to be allergic to blood a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already dead, so they can't be allergic to something.
Yet they can die from garlic.
You're right.
I mean, these are things where it's like, okay, so some things, like, garlic's fine. Some things, like, no, garlic, no, dude, kills vampires.
Yeah, shreds them to pieces.
Some say a wooden stake to heart kills them. Others are like, no, that won't kill a vampire. You have to rip the head off, or whatever.
And then the head's still alive.
And then you have to burn the bodies, you know. Okay, so yeah, I get it. I understand that there's different ways. Some say they cannot touch crosses. They can't be in the presence of a cross.
Anything holy.
Yeah,
holy water. The priest is their worst nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know if you've watched not Day of the Dead. Oh man, what is that movie? Go on.
Now I'm
Dawn of the Dead. No, not Dawn of the Dead. It's From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
If you've ever watched From Dusk Till Dawn, a preacher, ex-preacher, who finds faith again, is able to bless holy water, and they were like full of condoms. Water-filled condoms were holy water in the middle, and they were like busting them on their vampire heads, and bloom, they'd blow up. And then there's the theory that when they transfer not to regular little bitty bats, but huge monster bats, and that's also in Van Helsing. Yeah, and then holy water is also a part of that theory. As long as a wooden stake, it could be any kind of wooden stake, so you could shoot a wooden arrow at their chest. As long as it hits their heart, it kills them.
Yeah.
Or if it has holy water on it, it kills them that way too.
I know also another one. Isn't silver used kind of like...
Silver is more of a werewolf thing. But there is some lore that say silver affects vampires.
I know also like
weakens them.
Silver from like King David's like tomb, or not tomb, or yada yada.
Whatever, yeah.
Castle, or that's like, oh, whoa.
Temple.
Yeah.
Well, that would also be because it was blessed.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, there's all these different theories and walking out into the sun and shimmering like diamonds, blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Walking out and burning to death, it is what it is.
Isn't that nice?
There's different theories, and then we did kind of in the audio land. If you guys want to go check that out, you can bring it up right now if you'd like.
It's
just bring them all at once. If you there they are. That's a good place. You can go check them out. You saw the picture. It was iTunes and Podbean and all that fun stuff.
They'll be back at the end of the video. Don't you worry.
You guys check the audio out there. You can hear all the other stuff. But we want to kind of go into the history a little bit on the video. There was a few different styles of vampire back in the day. One of the biggest one for vampires was the one true vampire is what they call her. Her name was Elizabeth Bathory.
Oh yeah.
And she lived from 1560 to 1614. And she was accused of biting the flesh of girls while torturing them and bathing in their blood. And that was to retain her youthful beauty.
Yeah.
And she was, by all accounts, a very attractive woman.
And then there's also the classic Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah. Now, before we move on real quick, if you guys want to, Soap King has an episode all about Vlad the Impaler and about Elizabeth Bathory.
I think I brought this in.
Yeah, and these are all the podcasts you guys can go check out if you'd like.
Bam. Sort of.
Sofa King's right there, the big SK. You guys go check them out. But they talk about these two prominent figures in more detail. You can go ahead and drop it
Can
now.
you guys hear me?
But you can go check. I see what you did, sound part. You guys can go check those more in depth for those people themselves. But let me just point out, I think the woman was on to something special. I mean, now we use collagen.
Yeah.
In women's stuff to slow the aging process. I believe there's collagen in blood.
Maybe so.
Maybe. So maybe she was onto something. Eating protein from straight flesh. I don't know. All I know is she was a very attractive woman, and she stayed attractive for a long time. So I don't know.
Either she had good genes.
She was a freak, though.
Yeah.
Big time freak. So
one thing that's kind of creepy is what people claim to be real life vampires nowadays. Yeah. I went into my research in there a little bit. I'm like.
Those actually are diseases, but
yeah. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with this one. It was weird.
They have this problem where they're iron deficient, whereas you are like a werewolf, apparently.
Dude, a vampire would love me.
I mean, you've got lots of hair, anyways. Maybe you are a werewolf. I don't know. I have no hair. Maybe I'm the vampire. Maybe you're the werewolf. I'm the vampire.
No,
maybe Halloween. Anyway, but the idea is that they have nowadays real life vampires. What it is they're just deficient in something. And the drinking of the blood actually helps that.
Yeah.
It brings that back into balance. That's why they do it.
Interesting fact, though. They only drink blood that is donated.
Yeah. The other person has to be willing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a big... You know what? I don't care. She's a big fat girl. And that's all she would drink. She wouldn't drink she'd drink water and stuff, but she had a boyfriend who was very skinny. And she would drink his blood right from his arm. I'm like, nah. And she's like, well, I get him tested all the time to make sure he's clean, but I'm like, nah.
Honey, I'm thirsty.
Yeah, no, thank you. You're not drinking my arm. Thanks, appreciate it. But yeah, so there is.
I just imagine a movie theater. Do you want a drink? Nah, I brought mine.
So there is that. Just stick a straw in his arm. Oh God! Sorry, I got thirsty, dear.
This popcorn's really salty.
I'm sorry. Could you pour a little of that blood on this popcorn? I don't like Tapatio. Anyways. So there's those things, and so if you guys want to look more in detail, go check them guys out. They have a very good podcast about those two. Lots of facts. A guy named Dave is really brings in the research. The other guys are kind of like us.
Hi.
So I don't know if you read this, but supposedly counting is a big deal for
yes, it is
big deal for vampires.
It's a huge.
I always thought that was a joke, but apparently,
have you not seen The Count from Sesame Street?
No, this is where they got the idea from him.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, the Muppet vampire Count Von Count, by the way, Count Von Count,
Count Von Count
from Sesame Street is based on actual vampire myth. One way to supposedly deter a vampire is to throw seeds, usually mustard seeds, which are itty bitty, outside a door or place fishing net or outside a window. Vampires are compelled to count the seeds or the holes in the net, delaying them until the sun comes up. So, you're like, I don't want to get killed by a vampire today. Fishing net over the windows, mustard seed on the door, ground on the door, a couple hundred, maybe 1,000. You never know how much you're going to get with one handful.
I'd probably say a handful and a half.
2. I'm going to be here all night.
Just imagine
3.
You're getting ready to bed and you hear 5. Oh my. Cal, get out of here!
No, it's like 600. Uh-oh. Getting close. What time is it? What time is it?
It's only 3 a.m.
Oh no! Go walk out. Excuse me, Count. Yes, I'm at 700 now.
Can I come in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. For real, dude. For real. I was at 700. I lost my place. Have fun.
Just imagine. Can I come in? No.
1. He's
Cal,
starting
shut up!
He's starting over. I'm gonna go to sleep. 3. Shut up!
Cal, I got work in the morning, man.
So do I. Sucking your blood.
Good luck in the morning. There's daytime.
I have sunscreen. I got some sunscreen. SPF 100.
SPF 1000.
I counted. So how did you do that? But yeah, so supposedly
Like this. 1.
So supposedly that's one of the big ones that they gotta count. Either the holes or the mustard seed. They have this insatiable urge.
I mean, I can see.
I can understand the insatiable urge for blood. Counting things? I don't know. I'm not that OCD.
Because of the count. Come on.
Yeah. Did you ever hear about the Chinese vampires?
Yes, they're freaky.
Yeah, they're called Qingxi.
Ching-chi.
Or corpse hopper.
Yeah, it's like a fusion of a human and like a grasshopper.
Had red eyes, crooked claws, and they were able to have a strong sexual drive that led them to attack women. As they grew stronger, the Qingxi gained the ability to fly, grew long white hair, and could also change into a wolf.
Huh.
Again, the wolf thing. Come on, keep it one thing. You're either a bat or you're a wolf. Come on, you can't be both. Anyways, go ahead.
Why not both?
Yeah, anyways.
Now, I'm going to bring you an interesting fact here. The ancient Greeks actually believed that gingers turned into vampires when they died.
I knew something was off about Bronson.
I mean, gingers don't have souls, vampires don't have souls. Coincidence?
Just kidding. I love Bronson. He's a cool guy.
He's a cool guy. Logo.
I always make fun of redheads, but every time I think of redhead, I think of him, and I think of Philip Reed, which is the guy who DDoSed our server at the church at the college. I was like, boom, gone, done. 1 week just for fun. Anyways, so to bring this into reality now, more recently, in 2009 they found a female skull. Did you know this? They found a female skull among the scattered people of plague victims. So those who had the plague.
Yeah.
Found a female skull. By the way, this is what we're talking about, these old eras. This is not safe to be woman times.
No, it's not.
They get the brunt end of everything. It's just horrible. They become witches. They can.
Oh, you're a girl and you're a ginger? You are going to the stake the moment you're born.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like okay, one way or the other, right? But not more often than not, you'd be blamed as either a witch or a vampire if you were a woman.
You sneeze by plugging your nose?
And your eyes didn't pop out?
Witch.
Yeah, so in 2009, they found a 16th century woman's head with a rock shoved in her mouth, wide open. And they threw her into the plague victim so she could not eat. So this was common too, by the way. Man. This happened a lot. When they thought a woman was a vampire, they thought that women gave the plague and they were vampires because of it. They would shove a rock or a brick into the suspected vampire to prevent it from feeding on the bodies of other plague victims or attacking the living. Female vampires were also often blamed for spreading the bubonic plague through Europe. Like, you know what? I have no way other than to blame how fast this plague happened. Women vampires. Done.
You know, I don't see why people complain today. We got it pretty good today.
I don't understand how women can complain today. I mean, they've got all kinds of stuff. They end up having a little bit more than men. I mean, we can go back, if you guys would like, to the 16th century where literally you can't do jack squat.
Yeah, honestly.
No, you can't squat.
You're squatting and you squatted more than 5 seconds?
You're dead.
Demon.
Witch. Burner at the stake. No reason, no evidence. At the stake, please.
Oh, a black cat walked in front of you? Witch.
Yep. Just you attract black things.
Witch.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it's not a good thing. It's not a good time to be a woman. You know, this is bad time. This is not safe to be woman times. I mean, there's been a lot of different times over the years.
It's an SFW, not safe for women.
There's been a lot of things over the years.
Oh, that was good.
There's not safe to be black people times. There's not safe to be women times. There's not safe to be human times.
Yeah.
There's not, which is the dinosaur era. There's not safe to be animal times, which is like now. There's not safe to be technology times, which that happened recently.
Yeah. It's not safe to be human time because of all the pollution we're having.
Yeah, we're getting back into not safe to be human time. There was not safe to be cowboy times. There was not safe to be Indian times, which was a big one. Not safe to be Hungarian times. Not safe to be white times, which the way it was if you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, you weren't safe to be a person.
Nope.
So that was like basically not safe to be a human time again. But and there's been a lot of bad times. But
we're safe right now.
But like a good chunk of all of that is like not safe to be woman time. It kind of spans a long time.
Honestly, probably all of that until like
just recently,
like 1940s, it started going up.
Yeah, I mean, we just started like, all right, you know what? They're humans. Let's give them some responsibility.
Let's give them some rights.
Guys are over here like smoking cigars, like, you know what? I don't like how I have to work and be the only one working. Let them work. Genius.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
And then there was a guy over across the way, like, let's let him vote too. He's like, get him out of here. Take him out. He's not a part of the club. Out. Where's William? Have William replace him. And they always held the cigar like this. What is this?
It's so you could point at them.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, so
back to the actual subject.
Back to the vampires.
That was a good tangent, though. We're alive this episode. Unlike a vampire.
Back to vampires. Any other historical or funny facts?
All right, here we go. We're gonna go into some crudeness here. According to some legends, a vampire may engage in sexual intercourse with their former wife, which often did lead to pregnancy. I don't know how, since they are undead.
You would think the swimmers were dead?
Yeah, you would think. Maybe if the fresh 3 weeks, I don't know. Maybe.
By the way, it takes about 3 months.
Okay, 3 months, okay. In fact, well, it depends
I'm
like, unless the vampire's a little bit,
Yeah.
In fact, the belief may be provided a constant explanation of why a widow who was supposed to be celibate became pregnant.
Celibate,
oh my bad. The resultant child was called Glogolov.
Okay, that's good.
In Bulgarian, or Vamptrizil in Turkish. Rather than being ostracized or whatever.
Ostracized, you're right.
Ostracized. Hey,
Which
the
means
child was considered a hero who had the powers to slay a vampire.
Vampire Slayer!
Yay!
He's Van Helsing! But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about vampires?
They just don't sound. They don't sound realistic. That's
obviously we all know that this is a topic that's probably not real. As far as movie cinema goes, I think there's plenty of
there's plenty of
backstory for it. I mean, I've seen comedies about vampires, which I love.
Once again, someone could do the Italian vampire comic, and it would be hilarious.
There's a comic. Hey, we already did it here, man. We got that. We have that stand-up. Don't you even try to steal our stand-up, guys. But there have been, like, there's a movie from the guys in New Zealand. You know the band that I always like, and I talk about, you know, Business Time, the Flight of the Conchords.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that guy is actually an actor now. He's been in Dinner for Schmucks. He's a great actor, actually. And he did a movie with a couple other guys from New Zealand, and they were doing a documentary about these vampires now. Like, how they've lived throughout the whole thing and how they live now. And I've only watched about 15 minutes of it, and I'm loving it. It's really, really dry, but I'm like, that's kind of what I wanted to know. Like, how would a vampire truly act if they were just docile? Like, oh yeah, I went and had a couple humans the other night, and, you know, it was great. I saved the blood. It's in the fridge. Like, and that I think would be funny.
Do they put the blood in the microwave? And like, I want my blood.
I would like a breakfast blood. Could you throw it in the microwave for about 5 seconds? 5 seconds, by the way.
5 seconds?
They don't know how to say 50.
I would think you...
55.
I think you probably put blood on the oven. On the stove.
I mean, you think, you know, inside like a boiling water or whatever, heat it up. You can do it that way, or you can spread it on toast if it's thick. Oh. I'm just saying, this is kind of a funny theory that you can play with.
It could be like jam.
Yeah, it could. It truly could be like jam. Hot piece of toast, spread it on. Like, I don't really like the bread, but it really works well on this. I'm just saying. I mean, would they eat fetuses? It'd be like little human eggs.
Like the chicken
toast?
thing?
Yeah.
No, duck thing.
Yeah, the 100-year-old duck or whatever they call it.
1,000-year-old duck or whatever.
The one with the actual bird.
Like the bluegit or whatever.
Well, yeah, like that. Or would they take eggs out of humans and be like, crack? This is my egg human? Oh, yes, it's very good. Oh, this one got too cooked. I'll eat that little thing anyways. I'm just saying. I mean, I just think that the whole idea would be kind of funny. You could really play with a lot of roles.
I feel like if there were vampires in today's society, I think,
they'd either be really, really cool, or they'd be really, really secretive, or they'd be hilarious.
It'd either be, hey, well, you can't, let's say like, the person was born a vampire. Well, hey, you can't help that. Say, hey, at a certain point, your parents pay like $100 a month, and you get, all your food and stuff for you, because you're a vampire.
Oh, like blood?
Yeah.
Like they get blood from the blood bank or whatever.
Yeah. You pay $100 a month.
Transhumans.
Yeah.
Transfusions.
All that stuff, and then, eventually when your parents are like, all right, you're old enough, you can buy your own blood now.
Again, this is taking the theory that they can still age.
Yeah.
Slowly, but they would still age.
I mean, okay, if you're half vampire, half human, it sounds like they can age, because some people can be born a vampire, so...
So, here's the idea that, again, last time I'm mentioning Twilight, because, but in the idea is that they were born half human, half male, or half human, half vampire, and then they reached a point in their life, they grew like normal, actually at a rapid pace, until they reached adulthood, which would be like 25, 30, and then they stopped growing.
Yeah.
That's the idea. I don't know. Personally, if you grew to that spot, why would you stop growing? Like, all of a sudden, now you're fine.
Oh, you're at the prime of your youth? Alright, you're staying.
Yeah, I guess if we're talking about mythological things of, whatever, vampires, then yeah, okay.
I don't understand why you'd be put down to your
to your perfect form.
Yeah.
Like, you've stopped growing, you're not dying anymore, bam. Because supposedly, you grow for a certain amount of time until a certain time in your life, and then from that moment on, you're constantly dying.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, when is that time?
Around 25 is when you stop producing more cells than you're losing.
Yeah, that's it.
So 25 is generally your peak.
So supposedly that was when, boom, you became a vampire.
Yes.
Fully. Or, that was when your vampire parts took over. Yes. So that's one theory, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, we're about to end.
Yeah, we're 22 minutes.
Yeah.
22!
So, in retrospect, I think over the years they've really went too far with the whole vampires being bad thing and making them scary. I think we're over the scary vampire thing because, I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. It's not scary.
No.
It's not a scary thing. Maybe in the 50s and 60s, like, vampires, they can kill me. Now we're just like, vampires.
Vampires.
So now let's be like, vampires. They hung out with humans, whatever. Hey, you gonna come to my house today? He's like, I don't know, man. Should I? I'm not hungry today. I had my blood. All right.
I mean, okay, also, you think about it, there's also rumors that vampires can only sleep in coffins.
Yeah, and that's another thing that was introduced in that movie. I'll have to show it to you on Netflix. It's funny.
It'd be hilarious. Like, just imagine, like, hey, you want to steal in my place tonight? I'm like, dude, you don't have a bed or a couch.
I got beds. They're all over the place. I don't like those wooden coffins, man. Oh, you just got scared last time we nailed it shut. It's funny. Not funny.
Come on, Vlad.
Also, they don't sleep, supposedly, so.
They sleep in the daytime because that's the only thing.
Well, another theory is they don't need sleep.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, honestly, would I sleep if I couldn't stay out in the daytime? I mean, probably it's the safest thing to do.
Yeah, that would game all night or all day.
All day.
You would have the best gaming time because all the good players are on only.
I mean, you'd board the windows in your house like ding 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 at nighttime.
Blackout night. Shade's like, all right, we're good to go.
I mean, also as a vampire, you'd have like perfect reaction. You'd be great.
You'd be very good at games. How'd that guy go 40-0? Just fun. I've only played these games for thousands of years. Of course, back in the day when we played them, we actually did them. So I mean,
it's like you just hear the background of the mic and Call of Duty.
I hate that guy.
Gosh dang, it's a vampire.
The blah 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 again. Anyways, we're gonna end it now.
We've been excited this episode.
So do us a favor, like this video because we had a good time on it. Comment on your theories about vampires, whatever they may be. And, of course, subscribe to us, because you're going to want to know when we upload. And, of course, there's that.
Since you already hit that subscribe button, move your mouse like an engine. Boom, there's the notification bell, so you can just ring a ding, a ding, a ding.
Make sure it's on.
Way to the victory line.
Yeah, make sure it's on so we know when we upload, because you never know when it's going to happen during the day. We normally Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but could happen at any point in time.
I mean, today I uploaded my video at 6 a.m.
Yeah, it was ready to go, and I woke up like, wow, awesome. Yeah, that was his video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like... it's fun. It's great. So, and then, of course, if you're like, well, I don't really want to comment on here. Well, you got a Facebook or Instagram, right? Or maybe a Twitter. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to fly in or whatever. But no, they didn't.
No.
That's too much animation.
No, I'll do just shoop.
That was way too much animation anyways. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter.
Woo!
We're active on all three. And if you want to donate some money, $1, what is that going to do for your life?
It's a dollar.
You know what a dueler's going to do for us? awesome things. It's going to give you a name on this video, and it's also going to give you a sticker.
Thank
So
you,
do that, and then-
John Smith.
And if you also do that, you can hook us up on Discord. You get a link. You can hang out with us, talk to us live.
Live, baby, live. And if you donate $5, you get access to the music bot.
Which, if you're on Discord, you know what that is.
It means you can listen to jams all night long.
Yep. And then if you only like audio, you're like, I don't really listen to the video. I don't know why I'm even here. You go and check out our audios.
I'm gonna pull them all up at the same time right now. I know
They were here earlier.
I'm gonna custom made this one, so I'm gonna do it twice in this edit.
Yeah.
I think probably right around there is probably good.
Yeah. It's the second time it came out for you guys. You know, check us out on Podbean. That's where you get your RSS feed. And check us out on Instagram. Not Instagram. iTunes, where you can rate and review us. The higher ratings, the more reviews we get, the better we go out.
Hi, guys.
And then Spotify is a cool place where you can check us out. You can listen to us straightforward. 30 minutes uninterrupted when you watch the ad. Whatever.
Hey, 30 minutes of ad-free podcast.
I mean, it's an hour and then 30-minute ad-free video. Hour. You know, it just works out.
Watch a short ad so you can watch 30 minutes of straight, unaffiliated podcasts.
I mean, I listen to it and it doesn't have any ads.
That's
so,
good.
And I don't have premium. But if you have premium, no ads.
No ads.
There's that. So go ahead and do us all those favors and shake us out. Woo! 14 dudes would do.
And my food.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Shae.
How do you do?
Blah, blah, I want more Mountain Dew.
Blah, blah, blah.
Bye, guys.
We don't say blah, blah, blah.
Bye, guys.